I'm off to run some errands. Please tidy up this place. Wow, how did you guys do it?
We got cleaners.
Cleaners?
You know it, Dad.
Cleaner, it works.
Coming up next on Plus TV, Plus News. Join our news team for half hour of local and national news. Plus News, informative, balanced, accurate, and current.
Prepare for the sweltering heat with a Ream AC unit to keep you and your family cool and cozy. Get the recommended BTU for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save some much-needed cash with an inverter unit, which provides superior energy efficiency. When the heat is on, stay cool with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Tonight's newscast: shooting in Corozal leaves one DJ dead and another injured. FFB's bus collides into Park Kane truck, prompting immediate surgery for coach Miriam Villamil. Is the San Pedro Hospital $50 million over budget? And is your rising electricity bill your fault? These stories and more coming up next on Plus News. Stay tuned.
This newscast is brought to you through the courtesy of Builders Hardware, your home improvement warehouse.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Good night and welcome to Plus News for today, Wednesday, May 27th, 2026. I am Julian Cruz. One man is dead and another injured following an attack in Corozal town late last night. At around 7:40 p.m. last night, Corozal residents, 25-year-old Ezar Alcocer and 36-year-old Roger Escalante, both of whom were DJs, were targeted on Flamboyant Street in the town. Police say that Escalante and Alcocer were getting ready for a gig when someone in an SUV opened fire on them, injuring Alcocer and killing Escalante. While no motive has yet been established, police confirmed that Escalante was a person of interest in a drug investigation.
Police are investigating a shooting incident which claimed the life of 36-year-old Roger Escalante of Corozal District and injured 25-year-old Izer Alcocer of Corozal District. The investigation commenced on Tuesday, 26 May 2026 at around 7:40 p.m. when officers responded to shots being fired on Flamboyant Street in Corozal town. Upon the officers' arrival, they observed an injured and unresponsive Escalante whose body exhibited gunshot wounds, and they also met with an injured Alcocer. What the investigation has thus far disclosed is that Escalante and another male person had arrived at the residence on Flamboyant Street, and shortly thereafter, they were approached by an SUV, and a male person exited that SUV, an armed male person who fired several shots, resulting in the demise of Escalante and the injury of Alcocer. Mr. Alcocer is listed in a stable condition. What I will say is that Mr. Alcocer, at the time of his demise, was a person of interest in relation to an ongoing investigation. And I will also disclose that we believe the motive in this incident is drug related.
Escalante's father says that he did not know his son to be a troublemaker and stated that he was at home when he received the call that they had killed his son.
It was like a shock for me. I was sitting at my house when I received a phone call by his cousin. Then he told me, don't get scared because your dad has been shot. Oh my God, I said. So when we come into town because we live in Consejo village. So we immediately make a run into town, and that was true. He was shot dead at College Road at Mr. What's his name? Alcocer residence. He was always, most of the times in the morning he's at home. In the afternoon he moved forward doing his things, because he take tours to out in the sea, and he also does the DJ. We have a business of selling boats and things like that. So sometimes I go to work. When I get back, he's not there. I asked his mom, did he told you where he went? She said, no, I don't know. So that's what he's living. He always busy doing something. But man, it's a pain. It really hurts you.
Police are investigating this latest murder. 12 people narrowly escaped death following a road traffic accident on the San Victor Road in the Corozal district last night. At around 7 o'clock last night, a group from the Football Federation of Belize was leaving a youth training session in a range walk. Upon reaching San Victor Road in Corozal, the driver collided into the back of a parked cane truck. Coach Miriam Villamil, who was in the passenger seat, received most of the injuries and was trapped in the vehicle until the relevant authorities arrived. According to police, the cane truck that was parked on the side of the road encountered mechanical issues, prompting its stop.
On Tuesday, 26 May 2026 at approximately 7:15 p.m., acting upon information received of a road traffic accident, Corozal Police proceeded to San Victor Road in that municipality, where they observed a white 24-seater van, which was extensively damaged to the front, and they also observed a six-wheeler cane truck loaded with cargo that showed damage to the rear. Initial investigation revealed that the cane truck is reported to have encountered some mechanical issues, and as such, it was parked on the shoulder of the road. And at that time, and subsequent to that, it was rear-ended by a white van. On board the white van at the time were 8 persons, and seriously injured in that collision was 37-year-old Miss Biamil.
The president of the Football Federation of Belize, Sergio Chuck, says none of the other 10 passengers received serious injuries and that the federation is doing all it can to support Coach Villamil in this difficult time.
The blunt of the accident or the leak happened more to the passenger side, and that is how Coach Miriam Villamil got trapped in there, and it took a while before they could have gotten her out.
And this cane truck didn't have any reflectors, no lights on, just parked in the darkness.
It was very dark. I can't tell if it had reflectors or anything, but from what Mr. My account is that he did not see the truck until what was right in front of him. Fortunately, out of the 11 people related to FFB that were in the bus, 10 of them are well, and only Miriam that suffered some serious fractures.
Well, could you elaborate more on the injuries that Miss Miriam received?
Well, I don't want to go into detail about it, but all I can say is that it is very serious, that the possibility of her not walking well exists because the bones were crushed really bad. So right now she is at the Carl Kushner Memorial. The has been operated on, and the federation is here supporting. I mean, the bus has passenger liability. It's a comprehensively insured bus. And even if it was not the case, the federation is still here for her. She is not a full-time employee of the federation. Actually, she works with the National Sports Council of Belize, but she also volunteers and does part-time work closely with the federation. She is one of our more qualified coaches. Actually, she holds a B license from CONCACAF, and she is the national goalkeeper coach for us, and she does a lot of work with the youths. She is also recognized by CONCACAF as one of our coach educators. So from time to time, she would go outside of Belize to assist with grassroots seminars.
Villamil is currently listed in a serious but stable condition. Minister Andre Perez denies claims that the San Pedro Hospital is running $15 million over budget. The state-of-the-art 45-bed facility is funded by a grant from Taiwan and is being constructed by the Overseas Engineering and Construction Company, the OECC, and is expected to be completed by April of 2027. But reports suggest that production may be halted due to the unforeseen costs. Minister Perez said that while the cost of materials are seeing an increase, it is unconfirmed just how much extra money will be needed. He assured the public that the figure is far from the $15 million price tag that is being thrown around.
You're chasing around something that is a phantom. That is exactly what happened. And that is a classic case for the media to follow something that somebody just created a fear of $50 million. And you guys got caught of going around. This is the way you guys got caught, right? When the Prime Minister was asked about the $15 million, he was like, what, 15 million? Where did that come from? That's mischief.
But don't you think that by now he should be able to say what the actual figure is? It's already several days. He never gave one figure. He said it may not be 15, but what is it?
Okay, let me clarify something here. When they told the Prime Minister about the 15, he barked at it. He said, where did that come from? No, exactly. And I mean, no one knows about that, right? However, and as I said it earlier, there is the discussion about the increase in terms of material, not only material, but labor costs as well. Now, what we're doing is that $33 million is allocated for this hospital. It is being built and continues to be built. The bills of quantities remain the same. The discussion is that it is going to go a little bit more. We do not have the figure. It is being looked at this point in time. It is something that is being discussed with the Ministry of Finance, all right, with to sit down with the OECC, which are the contractors, and the government of Belize, the government of Republic of China, Taiwan, to look at it. But we have not quantified that yet, but we are nowhere $15 million, all right? So
that's the closest we've got to an amount.
Right now, but that's not even closer. It's closer than that 15. So I think that is where you get your answers, that it's being looked at. But man, the $33 million, if you look at it, this building is being done correctly, maybe a bit delayed. One of the main things that we did mention is human resources. There's a shortage of labor across the entire island and across the country. Labor is very much in demand for construction industry, and that has been one of the factors here. But in no way because of funding, this is delayed. I want to make that clear.
Businessman and DJ Chris Rosado has been committed to stand trial in the April session of the High Court on a charge of manslaughter by negligence in connection with the fatal traffic accident that claimed the life of Police Constable Arsenio Kus on July 28, 2025 along the Philip Goldson Highway. Rosado's preliminary inquiry was heard before the Chief Magistrate in Court Number 1 and concluded shortly after noon. During the proceedings, the prosecution submitted 27 witness statements and 25 documentary exhibits as evidence intended to support the case against him. Rosado was represented by attorney Abibe Mogale. Following the committal, Rosado's previous bail was revoked and he was granted a new bail in a sum of $3,000 plus one surety of the same amount, which he was able to meet later that evening. In addition to the manslaughter charge, Rosado also faces charges of causing death by careless conduct, driving without due care and attention, failing to stop and render aid, and failing to report an accident. Police reports state that shortly after 11:25 a.m. on July 28, 2025, officers responded to a fatal road traffic accident between miles 6 and 7 on the Philip Goldson Highway. Upon arrival, they found Police Constable Arsenio Kus, 38, motionless on the roadway. Investigators say Kus was traveling from Ladyville toward Belize City on a motorcycle when a black vehicle allegedly entered his lane and collided with him, causing him to lose control and suffer fatal injuries. He was later pronounced dead at the Carl Houston Memorial Hospital. Police subsequently detained Rosado at his Ladyville residence, where officers reportedly discovered a damaged 2009 Honda Ridgeline pickup truck with extensive damage to the front right side and the driver's side rear tire. Police charged driver in fatal Santa Elena or Santa Familia motorcycle accident. More on that and other stories right after this break.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Serious about your sound? So are we. At Lavitza, music isn't just business, it's our vibe. From first-time players to seasoned pros, Belize chooses Lavitza. Whether you're a solo artist, band, church, school, or marching band, we speak your language. Experience the crisp keys of a Yamaha, the legendary beat of Pearl and Tama drums, and a premium selection of guitars, mics, mixers, and speakers. We only stock the best, gear that's built to perform, designed to last, and backed by expert service with a smile. At Lavitza, it's about more than the equipment. It's about friendship and the joy of making music. Your passion is our mission. No cash? No worries. Ask about our flexible payment plans. From the mainland to the islands, we ship countrywide. Lavitza, the good stuff at better prices.
Today marks a major milestone for future education in our community. This building is more than concrete and classrooms. It is a symbol for hope, progress, opportunity, and strong belief that our young people deserve the very best foundation for their future.
The scope of works of this project included the construction of 8 classroom spaces, office spaces, bathroom facilities for male and female students, as well as restroom facilities for male and female teachers, along with storage rooms and a janitor's equipment storage room. Additionally, covered stairwells were constructed to provide access from the ground floor to the first floor and an access ramp was installed to ensure accessibility for persons with disabilities.
Today is a proud and meaningful day for the people of Corazon Creek. For the Toledo district, this facility represents hope, not only for the students of Corazon Creek, but also for the young people from the 16 surrounding buffer communities that this school will serve and will continue to serve. It reflects our shared belief that no matter where you come from in Belize, you deserve access to spaces that allow you to learn, grow, and succeed. Let the school stand as a symbol of what is possible when we invest in people, communities, and opportunity. Together, we are building more than infrastructure. We are building futures. We are building hope, and we are building a stronger Belize.
For decades, BEL has powered Belize's growth and progress, lighting homes, energizing industries, and fueling national development. But in a world reshaped by extreme weather patterns, digital transformation, and evolving customer needs, the future of energy demands a new approach. The future of energy is now, and it's not just about new technology, it's about people and how we use, manage, and store power smarter. BEL is leading the transformation, blending modern advancements with the wisdom of sustainable energy practices. Integrating technologies will redefine how Belize produces and uses energy. With distributed generation and smart grid technologies, customers are becoming power partners. Energy is no longer a one-way street. BEL is making key investments that will reinforce the grid to make this a reality, ensuring energy security for generations. At BEL, we are more than an energy provider. We work to safeguard Belize's energy future, which will have demand response programs, where customers will be able to shift use during peak hours to take advantage of the new time of use or off-peak rate structures, customer energy portals, real-time insights and tools to track usage and manage energy smarter, smart metering, advanced metering infrastructure, faster, safer service and actionable energy insights, distributed generation, integrating rooftop solar, microgrids and battery storage for two-way power flows into the national grid. Together, we are bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
The biggest tournament requires the ultimate streaming experience with NextGen TV. Win with NextGen. Pay your bill or sign up for a NextGen bundle plan for a chance to win a 43, 55, or up to 65-inch smart TV bundle, a brand new soundbar, and many more prizes. Get ready to witness football history being made with NextGen. Not a NextGen TV subscriber yet? Contact us to subscribe today. NextGen TV, your stadium at home.
In May, make Benny's your one-stop shop for appliances. We have Sankey refrigerators, stoves, microwaves, washers and dryers, freezers, smart TVs, and so much more for up to 19% off. Get amazing deals for mom and appliances all May long, and don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase to be a part of our Homecation raffle to win $10,000 in December. Benny's, quality and savings.
The police department has made an arrest in relation to the road traffic accident that claimed the life of Aria Ramos. On Friday, May 22, Ramos was traveling on a motorcycle with 32-year-old Melvin Kischan when they lost control of the vehicle or the motorbike. Police say that when they arrived on the scene, Ramos was lying on Kischan complaining of chest pain. Shortly after being transported to the hospital, Ramos passed away. Today, police announced that they have since arrested and charged Kischan for manslaughter by negligence.
As a result of the ongoing investigation into the traffic accident, which claimed the life of 49-year-old Aria Ramos of Bullet Tree Falls Village, which occurred on Friday, 22nd May 2026, police have formally arrested and charged 33-year-old Melvin Kishan of Bullet Tree Falls Village for the crimes of manslaughter by negligence and causing death by careless conduct, as well as the offenses of drove motor vehicle without due care and attention and failing to provide a specimen.
Over the past few weeks, Belizeans across the country have been complaining about what they say are abnormal increases to their electricity bills. In some instances, consumers are stating that their electricity bills registered a 50% increase, an increase they say should be impossible. BL has responded to the complaints stating that, and we quote, "During these warmer months, cooling appliances naturally work much harder to maintain the temperatures we all rely on, which directly influences overall household energy consumption. Small everyday adjustments like utilizing fans to circulate cool air and closing blinds during the peak heat of the day can make a meaningful difference in managing this seasonal usage," end quote. Today, when Energy CEO Brian Almendares was asked for his comments on the rising electricity bill, he stated that people may be consuming more than they realize.
Let us say you take your grocery list, and I know you're a man who look at your economics. So you take your grocery list, Paul, and really, you have your list. Yesterday you bought one, today you buy two, so more than likely the cost will go up. Now, this whole situation about bills increasing, we must again reference what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz. And why I say that is because we import power. If we were generating all the power we need, then we control that. Unfortunately, when you're consuming more, that's also a strain on BL. They must find the power to supply to your homes when everybody puts on their lights and at the same time. We import over 50% of our power from Mexico, over 50%, and that, really, that's quite a lot. Now, do we control the prices on that? We don't. And because we don't control the prices, and power is a pass-through, meaning whatever it's purchased for, that's the power. Let us say if BL buys it for 10 cents per kilowatt hour, and that's capacity that you're using. You are supposed to pay 10 cents as well. But that's not what is happening, and so that is why these requests are made to the Public Utilities Commission almost, on a yearly basis for PUC to review and to see what are the changes that have occurred and how BL may be able to recover that cost that it did not pass through to consumers. That's one of the explanation. Now, like I said, if you take a look at your light bill, you will see that you have different bands and it tell you what it's cost, just like when you go to buy to the store. Between 0 and 50, it's about 34 cents per kilowatt hour. You multiply that if that's all you use, that's your bill. But once you go to 51, there's a band now, 51 to 200, and there's another cost per kilowatt hour in there as well. Multiply all of those things, and at the bottom line, it tells you what your bill is. So the first thing to look at is look at that bill and look at your consumption over time and see how that has increased. For a bill to go from 100 to 700, really, that's a stretch when you really think about it. But again, look at the consumption. Take a look at your electricity within your homes as well to make sure that leaking is not occurring, and that even though you believe, you probably left on, sometimes I must also say this, and the electricity people or electrical engineers will tell you, if you keep something plugged in, if you keep everything plugged in, really those things are still pushing power. They're hot. That is why sometimes you leave, one mobile chargers plugged in, and it can cause a fire because there is still power passing through. Take off all of those things. In essence, conservation is a part of reducing your bill as well. I've heard people say, well, I left the room and I take it off. Many people don't do that. And so this then, in essence, is a case of I can also be responsible for what my bill is.
Can anything be done regarding Belize's sargassum issue? For years, Belize has been struggling with sargassum on its beaches, but an end may soon be near, according to the Minister of Marine Conservation, Andre Perez. While many NGOs and environmental agencies are finding uses for sargassum after it's washed up on Belize's shores, Minister Perez says Belize needs to find a solution that involves collecting the sargassum while it is still at sea.
The issue about the sargassum started very early this year. Last year was one of its worst, and by all accounts, we seem to be going into that next year again. Look, this issue about seeing what we convert, whether it's fertilizer, whether it's going to be sarga blocks, whether it's going to be for fill, or whether it's going to be whatever it's used for. There are many plans. There are many projects we have been entertaining. So many people coming in to offer us the different ways to use it. Waste to energy, which is another one. It's a good thing. Where we have enough, I am more than convinced we have more than enough. But the key issue that we must understand here, and I think that is where we need to share the fact where the information is being misconstrued, because we're just blinded by the smell, the floodings. But the fact is that no one has yet that rightful magic recipe or that to say this is how we collect, because the only way to collect the sargassum to eliminate is to collect it at sea. We cannot let it reach to the shores, because then it starts to rot. So this is the golden question that we must solve, right? That we must find ways how to collect it. Now it's spread across the entire coast, the entire region. This is where no one has yet come to that definitive. We have done it from all angles. We have done it. We've tried. It works in a certain area, but we have to consider the entire coast, right? And that is the issue here we're discussing. So it's not that we're ignoring it or we're dealing with it. It's a constant battle from the council to the resorts. The resort spends thousands of dollars every month on labor costs to clean up their beaches. So I have to answer your question. Yes, it's possible to be doing it, but how do you collect it? You collect sargassum at sea, then you're able to handle it in a way that you're able to dry it without rotting. Once it hits the shores, it starts to ferment, and you want to avoid that so you could convert it to energy.
Construction continues on the new Key Calker Police Station. Stay with us. We'll show you more on that when Plus News returns.
Some hands do more than carry. They prepare, they fix, they comfort. They keep a home moving in ways few people notice. And even when the day is done, they are still thinking of home. For the months of May and June, we celebrate the hands that hold the home together, offering you 25% off on tiles, lights, fans, ACs, gardening supplies, and more, both in-store and online. Thank you, moms and dads, from Builders Hardware.
Life moves fast. Your connection should keep up. Need more credit? More data? A flex bundle that fits your lifestyle? With Smart Prepaid, they're a prepaid option for every lifestyle and budget, making it easy to stay connected wherever you are. Because with Smart Prepaid, you can connect on your terms. Purchase credit, data, flex bundles, prepaid plans, and all your favorite prepaid services at any Smart agent, Smart showroom, or simply dial *100# key. No stress, no waiting, just fast, easy, convenient ways to stay connected every day. Smart Prepaid. Connect on your terms.
Look here, your kitchen light there and you never in the kitchen. But I'm going back in there right now. And the coffee maker? Just to try keep me the coffee warm for later. Where did you know? I'll try to think about what to eat. You know, the more you open and close the fridge, it takes longer for the food cool. For a hot day like today, it burns more energy. You charge your phone right now? No. Plug it out then. You really only wash 2 Lee socks and 1 Lee shirt? You don't know what small load burn the same amount of electricity as large load?
But this is my favorite shirt.
You have to be more energy efficient. Use large loads. This AC they blow hard. You know, if you keep the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius or higher, you burn less energy and you also keep the place cool. And for a nice day like today, turn off the AC, open up the house and make some fresh breeze come in.
You know what? I think I get it now. As consumers, we need to be more energy efficient and practice energy conservation.
Here's how to be a part of Benny's Homecation in 3 easy steps. First, download the B-Bucks app and sign up to be eligible. It's fast and easy. Then, shop at any Benny's location or Benny's entity. Remember to choose products from our monthly Homecation jackpot categories to earn entries. Now you can earn B-Bucks with purchases made and be a part of the Benny's Homecation jackpot for a chance to win the $10,000 grand prize in December. Win the ultimate Homecation with Benny's, quality and savings.
Last month, residents of Keycaulker staged multiple protests over the potential sale of parcel number 815. The parcel was earmarked for the construction of a state-of-the-art police station, but reports began surfacing that the Ministry of Home Affairs was considering selling the land, leading to unrest on the island. After weeks of protests, the ministry announced that the land would remain for the construction of the police station. Minister Perez says that construction of the station is currently underway.
Construction has continued?
Absolutely. It is continued, and that is a long issue there, right? On that land is for the government to release for the police station is coming along. Look, I mentioned something here. I am quite appreciate the sentiment of the people, right? But rest assured that all the funding is just going to go for the police station the right way. And I want to remind even the public of the issues with the police barracks that was built in the last administration. It was supposed to have been a barracks that was used with $2 million to build the quarters for the police. And if you look at that building right now, it's not even worth $800,000. Where those funds went, we do not know. And let's remind that, that happened. If you guys and take a look at the police, the quarters where they live in quarters, it's a terrible building. And that just was done like maybe just 2 years before the change of government. That is a shame. So I want you all to focus on that. While the police station, we want to do something better for the police department. It didn't, and I agree and I support it. That's it. It's a pass. And the tongue wants their police station at the entrance of the tongue. That's fine. But just a reminder of history, of the wasted funds that could have been something much better for the police department.
The Latin American and Caribbean Energy Organization, OLACDE, is currently in Belize to host the 65th meeting of technical experts. OLACDE is an intergovernmental public body of cooperation, coordination, and technical advisory established on November 2nd, 1973. The group consists of 27 member countries and was created to assist countries in developing public policy as it relates to energy. One of the main topics of discussion at this year's conference will center around the war in the Middle East between Iran and the United States of America. According to Andres Rebolledo, OLACDE's executive secretary, it is unsure how long the war will last, and the only thing that is certain is that oil prices will continue to see an increase.
There are many people that today, analysts, even politician people around the world, that they are saying that two things. Some economists have said that we are very close to the sort of stagflation. That would be very bad news for the world, not only the energy sector, but the global economy. And we hope that the issue that is solved as soon as possible in order to avoid this situation. And also, there are people, analysts that said we are living a sort of freezing conflict. I mean, today the petroleum prices, the oil prices have decreased in an important portion, but the conflict is latente. Sorry about my English. The conflict is there. I mean, there's nothing happened maybe during this, current date, but could be in any moment, and to reactivate, and then we get the prices more than 100 the barrel. So there is uncertainty. That is maybe the title of the issue of the situation today.
And that brings us to the end of our newscast for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning into Plus News, and be sure to join us right back here again tomorrow evening when we share with you all the latest happenings from around the country and as it pertains to Belize outside of the country. Until then, we'll see you, and do take care of yourselves. Have a restful evening. Blessings, everyone.